Hi, yogis, welcome back. Today, for our series, we are going to work on a really nice hip opener sequence. Now, this is perfect for anyone who has been experiencing tightness in their hips, working from home, or for anyone who just wants to practice having more flexibility within their hips. So, let's go ahead and get started in our infamous child's pose. Really starting off to open up our hips here. Now, since this is the first move of our sequence, you have the option to begin with your knees closer together if that feels more comfortable, if your hips are tight, or you can go ahead and just open them out mat width distance and get right into it. Press your hips back towards your heels, extend your arms forward, release your forearms down. And right here, I want you to really focus on letting your belly just drop in between your thighs here. This will allow us to really release tension and to feel calm and to sink our hips further back towards our heels. And slowly on your next breath, begin to add some movement into your body. Stretch your arms forward, push your hips further back. Feel the extension from your upper back to your lower back. And take a big Buddha belly inhale. Feel your belly drop even further in between your legs. And on your exhale, slowly lift all the way up into a tabletop pose. Knees open up about hip width distance apart. And from here, curl your toes under. Then lift your hips high up towards the ceiling. You're in your down dog. Press your mat away from you so that you can feel the stretch in your upper back. And gently press your heels down towards your mat so that you can feel the stretch in your lower body. Turn your biceps in to frame your ears. Open up. And on your inhale, sweep your right leg up and back. As you exhale, bend your right knee over your left side body, beginning the process of opening up your hips here. You have the option to roll your knee forward and back, adding some deeper momentum and movement into your hips. And then from there, go ahead and flip your dog if you're feeling comfortable. Lift your hips higher up towards the ceiling. And then with control, kick your right foot up. Release and step it down to meet your left. You're back in down dog. Inhale, sweep your left leg up and back. Exhale, bend your left knee over your right side body. Same thing, roll out your hips. And notice any changes in your body from right to left without judgment. If you're feeling up to it, go ahead and flip your dog. Continue to reach your hips high up towards the ceiling. With momentum, kick your left foot back up. And exhale, step it back to meet your right. Inhale, sweep your right leg back up. Exhale, step your right foot through in between your hands. From here, release your left knee down, untuck your toes, and then gently sweep your arms and chest up over your head for your low crescent lunge. Gently begin to shift your hips forward. You should begin to feel a nice stretch right here on that left side. And if you're up for it, you can go in for a slight back bend. As you exhale, release your arms down to frame your front foot. Transition into a half split. Straighten your right leg, left hip directly over your left knee, and gently peel your right toes up as you crawl your fingertips forward to lengthen and stretch out your hamstrings. Let's take a collective inhale as we lengthen forward. And this time as you exhale, rebend your right knee, untuck your back toes, lift your back leg up. You're in a low lunge. And go ahead and transition into a low lunge twist. Reach your right arm all the way up towards the ceiling. Now you have this option. Go ahead and shift your body forward and back so you can begin to really warm up this area of your hips. And slowly with control, release your right arm down on the inside of your right foot. Turn your right toes out towards the side, and we're going to go into a nice lizard stretch. You can stay right here if this feels good, or gently go ahead and release your forearms down. Still rolling back and forth, or you can stay still and just breathe into the pose. Allow your inhale to travel to parts of the body where you might be holding on to tension, and let your exhale release and let go of all of that tension. With control, lift back up onto your wrists, and then extend your right foot back, your back and down dog. Inhale, sweep your left leg up and back. Exhale, step your left foot through in between your hands. Release your back knee down, untuck your toes. Inhale, sweep your arms and chest up. You're in your low crescent lunge. Go ahead, shift your body forward. Feel the stretch in your right side of your hips. And maybe even go for that slight back bend. Exhale, release everything down. Transition into your half split. Reach your left toes up. Walk your fingertips forward, lengthen throughout your spine here. Breathe into your left hamstring. Collective deep inhale. Lengthen and open up. And exhale, transition into your low lunge. Press your right palm down. Inhale, peel your left arm up, low lunge twist. Gaze up at your fingertips. Breathe into your left outer hip. On your next breath, release your left palm down on the inside of your left foot. Turn your left toes out. Let's go right into our lizard pose. Option to stay right here on your wrist, or go ahead and take it even deeper and lower down into your full lizard. Quieting our mind with the inhales and allowing our body to move through the shakes. On your next breath, lift back up onto your wrists. Step your left foot back. You're in your down dog. From down dog, go ahead, shift forward into your plank pose, shoulders over wrists. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower down into a chaturanga of your choice. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, sweep your right leg up and back. Exhale, step your right foot through in between your hands. This time, anchor your back heel down, and then sweep your arms and chest up over your head for warrior one, our first standing pose of class. Make sure that hip, instead of opening out to the side, really want to square it off forward, even if you have to scoot your back foot further forward as well. From warrior one, go ahead, open everything out to your warrior two pose. Option to shift your front foot a little bit more forward towards the front side of your mat, and then sink a little bit deeper in your warrior two. Feel your hips open up and stretch as you peel your arms apart in opposite directions. Inhale, flip your right palm, shift your upper body forward, and then reverse your warrior. Option to take your back hand and bind it behind your back. And on your next breath, gently straighten your right leg, reaching your upper body forward towards the back. Go ahead and rebend your right knee and transition into our side angle. And you have the option to place your right elbow on your knee and extend your left arm towards the front. So we're actually going to be in our extended side angle. If it feels comfortable and your hips are nice and warm, release your right palm all the way down for your full extended side angle. Gently on your next breath, go ahead, lift all the way back up, warrior two. Flip your palm, shift forward, reverse. Exhale, let it all go. Step your right foot back, go into your chaturanga. Inhale, upward. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, sweep your left leg up and back. And exhale, step it through. Anchor your back heel down. And sweep your arms and chest up. You're in your warrior one. Exhale, open out warrior two. Shift your front foot a little bit more forward. Sink a little bit deeper here. And really squeeze your left glute so you can tuck your glute underneath you, preventing your knee from shifting inward. Inhale, flip your left palm, shift your upper body forward. Exhale, go ahead, reverse your warrior. Option for your back hand to bind behind your back. Go ahead and straighten your left leg. Next breath, bend your knee and transition into your extended side angle. If your left hip is feeling nice and warm, go ahead, release your left arm all the way down. Stretch and lengthen your right arm forward. Take one more inhale here, press the ground away from you. With control, exhale, come back into your warrior two. Flip your palm, switch it to reverse. Exhale, let it all go. Step back, go into your chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. From your down dog, bend your knees, arch your spine, step or hop towards the front of your mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. From here, either zip your heels and toes all the way together to touch, or you can keep about 1 to 2 inches of space in between your feet. Slight bend in your knees. Inhale, sweep your arms up for your chair pose. Swoop your belly button in towards your spine. Press your shoulders down your back here. See if you can sink a little bit lower, but still be able to see your toes. Go ahead, bring your hands to meet heart center. And on your inhale, go ahead, shift towards the right. Stand all the way up. Lift your left knee up with you. Now from here, we're going to actually just keep our knee bent. So right palm goes on your right waist. Grab onto your left knee with your left hand. Keeping your knees bent, gently open your left knee all the way out towards the side here. Right leg is straight. Core is engaged. Chest is lifted. With control, go ahead, bring your left knee to come back center. Bring both hands to meet heart center. Go ahead and sit back in your chair pose. Shift to the left. Lift all the way up. Right knee comes up with you. Left palm on your left waist. Right hand grabs onto your right knee. Lift your knee up a little bit higher as you straighten your left leg further. With control, go ahead, open your right knee all the way out towards the side. Keep your chest lifted. Keep your gaze forward. And continue to breathe into the pose. With control, next breath, bring your right knee to come back center. Hands come heart center, go back into your chair pose. Inhale, extend your arms all the way up. And exhale, release down, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step or hop back into your chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, down dog. From down dog, inhale, sweep your right leg up. And then exhale, swift it forward into your half pigeon. You want your right knee on the inside of your right wrist, and you really want to make the number 7 with your right foot. I know sometimes a lot of people like to put their heel by their crotch, but this really jams and messes up your knee when you do it this way. So I prefer to keep my right foot in the number 7, even if that means I'm not all the way on top. Even if I'm just right here, it's better than jamming my knee in. So keep your right foot in the number 7. If you can, swivel on top of your left knee. That's going to help to really get into your right hip. Wherever you are, just be there. Extend your arms forward. And we're going to go for a nice slight back bend. And then gently go ahead, release down onto your forearms. Option to place a block here to rest your forehead. Or you can rest on your forearms, or rest your forehead on your mat. Now, half pigeon is a really nice stretch to get into the crevices of our hip flexors. Things might get a little bit uncomfortable, but let's learn how to use the breath to add a little bit more comfort to things that make us feel weird. Remain here for 2 more deep breaths. Really feel your belly just drop down and release letting go, letting go, letting go. And then slowly come back up towards your wrist. Curl your left toes under. Extend your right leg back. Here in down dog. Let's do it on our left side. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, bring your left knee forward for your half pigeon. Same rule applies for the left side. And as I stated before, as we switch from right to left, just notice any changes in your body without judgment. Just adjusting, just acknowledging, and still loving. Let's go into that slight back bend. Walk your arms a little bit more forward. And slowly go ahead and release down to where you fit best today. And just allow yourself to be where you are completely, genuinely. For me, it's usually normal for one of my hips to feel a little bit tighter than the other. So I just adjust it with the breath and show it a little bit more love. And take a few more deep breaths here. Big Buddha belly, inhale, drop your belly down. And exhale, release and let go of doubt, fear, insecurities. One more deep inhale. And exhale. And from here, slowly lift back up onto your wrists. Go ahead, curl your right toes, lift up, transition back into your down dog. Take this time to shake out your legs, maybe even flip your dog, maybe even roll out your hips a little bit more. And then we have one last pose to do before we conclude our hip opener sequence. From down dog, bend your knees, arch your spine, step or hop towards the front of your mat, forward fold. Gently go ahead and open out your feet slightly more than mat width distance. Turn your toes slightly out, and then we're going to go ahead and go into a nice malasana squat, shifting from side to side until you find that nice comfort zone. And then when you feel comfortable, you can slowly go ahead and bring your left arm up towards your chest, and then bring your right arm up, hands meeting heart center. Use your elbows to press your knees out so that you can open up your hips even further. You want to try to make sure you're refraining from going forward this way, and you want to sit up as straight as you can. Close your eyes, take a few deep breaths here. And then slowly release your palms down, straighten your legs. Let your head release heavy in between your hands. And go ahead, zip your heels and toes closer together. Go ahead, bend your right knee, keep your left leg straight. Press your right palm down, reach your left arm up. Roll out your wrists. And then switch sides. Left palm down, left knee is bent. Reach your right arm up, roll out your wrists. And slowly release both arms down. Slight bend in your knees. Roll all the way up, one vertebra at a time. Go ahead, press your shoulders down your back. And before you walk out of your class today, just take 2 deep breaths for yourself, noticing how you feel, thanking your body for showing up, and circulating the breath through and through. Thank you guys so much for joining for this hip opener series. Like I said, we will have more and more series to come working on different elements of the body. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and I'll be back soon.